Okay, I'm a bit early for my appointment, so I'll just do a quick check. That's my binder right here. Now what's interesting is that I found this certificate, and it's a very rare document. I think one day, a couple of 100 years from now, it'll be worth a lot of money. So you guys and gals, pay attention. No, basically what this is, it's a letter from the government of Canada you get when you become a citizen. And I remember they were saying that if you lose it, basically it's only issued once. So it's really, like, especially for me, it's really a rare document. I don't know why I waited that long, but I see name of the judge, Minister of Citizenship. Minister of Citizenship was Judy Grow, and this was 2004, April 7th. And so my name, and then, you know, one half is in French, one half is in English. So that's why when I became a citizen of Canada. And over here I got my master business license, I got my Ontario Authority, well, Ontario Safety CVR, you know, it's like DOT, right? I got my DOT number, I got my BOC 3, I got my MCS 90, I got a letter from a US Department of Transportation with my MC number, and I got my ownerships here. Alright, they look kind of weird in Canada, right? So they're all like that, you know. And they have the second on the other side. That's when you sell your stuff and you want to transfer the vehicle. So that's what we call ownership here. Like, we don't have a title. So which one is okay? This one, unplated. Because they sent me an email. They said come. Like, the earliest appointment was for 9:30, so I'm sitting at the Ministry of Transportation in Ontario. So that's my IFTA over here. See my IFTA stickers. Gotta put these on. My heavy vehicle tax confirmation, annual permit for Ontario, but it's my application. I didn't receive it yet. Okay, my certificate of insurance. And most importantly, I was waiting for these border crossing codes. One is for Canada, one is for US. And then in the back here I got my driver file with my copy of my driver's license, my safety record, you know, and lease agreements for all my equipment. Like, there's a lease agreement for my truck trailer. So that's what you're supposed to have, right? And my bill of sale for the truck. And so these guys wanted to see this, the original. But my truck never was plated in Ontario, right? I got it from nice stems. I got it from Ontario dealer, but my first job was with Premium Ventures, right? And for some reason they are plated in Nova Scotia. So right away I had to get a letter from my leasing company, because technically they are the owner of this equipment, right? I own it for $1. I wonder if I will have $1 with this business. Now, something always people love watching is money. Look at this, brand new. I think my bank just prints them in the basement or something, you know? See? Because this is IRP, right? International Registration Plate. So the plate is maintained, the actual IRP organization is in US, right? And so these guys cooperate with each other, and then I have to file, you know, I didn't even go yet into details, but I gotta tell them, kind of like IFTA, right? I gotta tell them how many miles I ran in each jurisdiction. But the first year they charged me based on other people's mileage, right? Because this is my first year of operation as independent. And so based on those people, crazy people traveling to Alberta and Quebec, they give me an invoice and I see there's money for Alberta, you know, New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, even though I'm only registered. I don't want to go there. And somebody asked me about this. Yeah, it's because my truck is not set up for Western Canada. Like, for example, they don't allow pusher axles. Well, they allow them, but they don't recognize them. You don't get any weight. You cannot put it down. It has to be chained. And they don't recognize 4-axle trailers, right? So if you want to go to Western Canada and you want to do like a 7 or 8 axle weight, you need a Jeep, you need a, you know, Stinger, all that kind of good stuff. But what I started saying about the plates, what's funny is that I'm in Canada, right? So this is not legal here, right? What's legal is Canadian dollars. And so it's funny is that a government office requires a payment in 2 currencies, you know? Like, we're in Canada, why am I paying in US dollars, you know? So I had to buy these from my bank. And so basically they require, so this was, I think my fee was 1,800? No, 1,100. 1,184 bucks. But they take cash or a certified check, and I know that if I would, first of all, of course, I lost money on the conversion, right? Because the bank always makes money on this. They charge me like $1.28. But if I were to get a certified check, that would be another, like, I forgot, $7 or $10. And I read the conditions, and it says we accept checks. I mean cash, as long as it's rounded to the next dollar. And so you see, I got like $1 bills in there even. So it's exactly 11.84. But for Canadian payment, they're okay with a debit card or a credit card, and so that's my plan, is give them this as cash, and then the Canadian portion is over $2,000. Yeah, I was hoping that they would allow me to pay for only 3 months, because I was under the impression that first time they allow you to only prepay for 3 months, but they said no, you gotta prepay for 12 months. And so these plates are very expensive, but with this plate is recognized anywhere in US and Canada, and I guess that's why it costs so much money. So let's go get the plate. And I got it. So here's my new ownership. Sergei Dratchev heavy haul. And my new plate. See, they even give you this. Try to get this in somewhere in the States or Nova Scotia. And the plates are black, you know, not wow, lots of 7s on my number. PRP. See, that's what on the left here it says PRP, Ontario, valid till September 18th, and I got 2 of them. Like, of course, in US and most other places you just get 1, but this is good. I'm only gonna attach 1 plate, because that's all that's required from most trucks, right? Ontario trucks usually put 2, but these plates, you know, they're easy to damage, because if you saw, I put my sign, like when I have an oversized load, right? I put that sign, I like on this side, and sometimes wind pushes it, and I saw my Nova Scotia plate already started cracking where the bolts were. So I think I'm just gonna keep 1 as a spare, you know, which comes in handy when, let's say, cops remove 1 plate, right? I'm just kidding. No, we're gonna be compliant. And so I got my ownership, I got my plates. Beautiful. So now let's go and do. So I'm gonna put this in my nifty binder over here. So it really helps, you know, when you actually on my previous job, I guess I was waiting to go, you know, leave probably from day one, and when I was with Landstar, I had a binder like this. But when I went to Premium, I remember I kept all my documents inside the Purolator envelope, you know, not in any particular order. And when I would go to a inspection station, I had to always, you know, just leaf through it, you know, trying to find the proper form. And this way, you know, I'm really, you know, makes my job much easier when I deal with law enforcement personnel. And, you know, it creates an impression that, you know, you're a tidy person. And then, you know, I put them in the order of importance. So it's easy to see which ones are, let's say, expiring soon, you know, so I have to renew them. And so now that I have the plates, I can go and finish my Kentucky application, because that one required plates. I can finish setting up my Border Connect profile, where I'll be doing e-manifests. And there was something else. Oh, IFTA. Not IFTA, sorry. HUT. HUT for New York. I got the username, I got the password for the website, but I couldn't go any further because, again, when I started ordering these HUT stickers, which are like $1.50, but still, it's kind of like funny that you apply first, and then when they approve you, you have to go to the website and buy the stickers, as many as you want, by $1.50 a piece. You know, normally when you apply for something, that's when you pay, and then when you are approved, you get the stuff you're applying for. But evidently in New York, that's not how things work. But you know what I'm saying, right? Let's say if I'm applying for IFTA, I do the IFTA application, and then I go to the office, and they give me the stickers right there. But these guys, instead of a one-step process, it's a two-step process. So, and also just got, so I'm going to finish setting up what I had to put on hold because of the plates. And we can do the decals, right? I can put the signs on. I wanted to wash the truck, but it's too far to drive to. There's a truck wash in Woodstock, and the one in Milton closed, you know, because the fifth wheel truck stops all closed in Canada, in Ontario. And also I got a notice earlier today that my business cards were shipped by Purolator, and it's a delivery time, delivery date was October 20th, which is today, you know. And just now I just got the email from my post office saying that they have a package for me. So let's go check it out. Okay, I'm here, so let's go see what's all the fuss was all about. Do I have my new business cards or not? Because this would be perfect timing. New plates, new decals, new business cards. Hi. And we have a winner. I like it. Okay, the plates are done. So now let's go get the decals and then tires. Yeah, and we wanted to do it like this. On this side it would look perfect, you know, my trade name and town, and then my legal name and the company name over here. But on the other side there's a window. There's a window, so this area is smaller, so we gotta do it like this. So the trade name goes in there, and DOT number and my company name goes in here. So let's leave Larry some space to work. We'll come back when everything is installed. I think I should have went with a brighter red. Like over here at the top, actually it looks fine because it's under the sun, but on the sides, you know, when the sun is not hitting it, it looks a bit dark. Like I wanted this to attract attention, and my legal name and my DOT number, you know, I don't want it them to be, you know, as bright as this, because actually, of course, the white color looks amazing on a dark surface. But I talked to the owner. I said maybe I can just get a permanent marker and and draw like a white line, you know, like high-end artist, and do like a, you know, white line. He says that's not gonna work. So he says if you're not happy, just come back and we'll redo it. But I don't know, maybe there's something in this, you know, kind of like a low key, you know, because actually legally the most important information is the DOT number and my company name, and my company name is Sergei Dratchev. Like that's just my trade name. So you know, it's never the same as you expect. Like you see here, that's what I should have done. See, like this is much brighter. But you know, when we previewed this thing on the computer, it looked great. But at least it's pretty distinct at the top. You know, I like that. I wouldn't want to change that one. Yeah, and then we put. So the truck is 305. And this one is 306, so I'm gonna put 307 on the flip. And by the way,
I was thinking about this, like, how do you come up with numbers? You know, like, do you just use 1 or 2 digits or 3, or you try to appear as a big operator? Like at Landstar, they used 6 digits. You know, like I remember my truck was 412540. I still remember. So usually the bigger the company, the longer the number, right? And so I decided to go with 3 digits and 305. How I came up with 305, I like those numbers, but also 305 was the first 3 numbers in my odometer reading. Not was, but even is now, because right now I'm at 305,000 kilometers. So that's the first 3 digits on my kilometer reading on the odometer, and then I just added 1, so they become sequential. So trailer is 306, and that one they gave me the stickers. I said, because you know, it's expensive. The labor, you know, it's not that important. I'll do it myself, like on the flip axle. And I wanted to have 2 stickers on the trailer, but on the other side, on this side, there's not enough space because there's too many stickers everywhere, you know. The other side is open, but then it's kind of like weird. You have labels in different locations. So I just want to have 1 on the trailer, and there's not much space on the back there either. So I'll just keep 1 here, and then, but on the flip, there's a nice space near the lights. So when I have time, I'm gonna, you know, slap it on over there. All right, let's get going. And another good news is that I got a call from a guy, and he started speaking Russian, and I'm like, okay. I thought it was another service provider, you know, try to sell me something because they see my number on my contact information on the web. And this guy says, no, I found you on Google Maps. I said, really? Okay. And he speaks Russian, so he needs to move wheel loader, you know, like a local move. And I said, I'm not ready yet. I'll be ready next week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday. And I said, by the way, I said, how are you guys paying? Like, what's your payment options? Because I said, I'm just getting started. Cash flow is a concern. I cannot wait, you know, 6 weeks for the payment. And he said, oh, usually we pay. We don't do this too often. He says, but sometimes we need to move our equipment. Direct shipper. And he says, usually we're okay paying like right on the spot. As soon as you deliver, we can give you a check or pay by credit card or cash. My kind of customer. So I got the license plate. I picked up my business cards. I installed, removed the old decals, installed the new ones. And the last thing I wanted to accomplish during this super crazy Friday was tires. And I'm at the Cal Tire over here, and I told them approximate time when I'll be here, but as you can see, there's one truck, this guy has a flat, and then there's the dump truck behind him over there. And like there's no parking anywhere, you know. I can park like that. Now I have to, my parking area is this way, so I'll have to go this way to get out of here. But basically, the plan is I talked to the booking lady inside, and she says, let's do it tomorrow. Just today they're too busy. So I wanted to include this tire thing in this video, but it'll have to be its own episode. Okay, so we'll do it tomorrow. For now, we'll just finish here, and stay tuned for an update. And also, yeah, meanwhile I'll also be doing all these things that I now can do since I know my plate number, where before I couldn't register for some services online, right? And so I'll do an update about that as well. So thanks for watching. Take care.